needed, no synchronization needed, and no, it's a seamless connection. Okay, so this kind of things is what we propose to their company, and this is also our value. We work with their CIOs, work with their management, all their directors in different business units to come out with this one. Okay. Then there's another case study. This one is a very typical SMEs in Hong Kong. Their budget is below 100,000, and but these ones were done like 3 years ago. So they were in a very hurry because they are a new company, and in Hong Kong typically the first auditing requested by government is 18 months. So in the first 18 months of the company, they have no system at all. Okay, so they are really in a hurry, but everybody is some of them is in paper, not even Excel. Okay, so we use a very lean method, very quick method. Okay, so we separate them in two phases. So the first phase, we just trying to set up the system as quickly as possible and train their users, so that their users is literally enter each transaction happening in the 18 months, including all the sales order, purchase order, delivery order, good receiving, okay, to the system. Then in the phase 2, we start to do the stock valuation, do all the other reports for the auditings. And then finally, we're actually able to finish that in 2 months, which is really impressed the management of the company, and it really works. This one is a point of sales case study. We recently did that. It's a company in Philippines. Okay, so their management is in Hong Kong. So they have a problem of the long distance communication, and also a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of time, so probably I can send this PPT to you so you can read that. It's also very interesting. They were using Open Bravo for half a year before. Okay, Open Bravo has a very good POS interface. So here is something we designed for them. For example, we limit their users, their shop users access right to only, you can see they only have 4 menus they can use, okay, the system, because they want to limit the capability for them to do other stuff. They don't want them to touch any other stuff. So here is all the things. So you see, only I think 2 months we already generated like over 180,000 journal entries, because they have a lot of orders, they have a lot of branches. Okay, so these are also automated stuff. And then in part 2, we also do some of the reporting, because their people is very far away among each other. So they need some like automated reporting. For example, this one is an email report. So every day in the midnight, because the report needs to be run like 2 or 3 hours, and they don't have a separate server right now for the reporting. So we need to use their offline time to generate this report. So every night this report will be sent to their management in Hong Kong. Okay, so the next morning they can check any abnormality in their shops. Okay, so the result also, we actually also be able to manage to launch the first POS in one of their shop in 2 months, and now they use all of the in their shops in Philippines. All right, so I also have a DIY or ERP concept using Open ERP, which is a very different implementation approach. But I think I probably won't have enough time. But you can check our website where I wrote an article about this one. Okay, a press about this one. But this one is only in Chinese in our website right now. I don't have time to translate to English. And the problem is, we found in the traditional ERP implementation we have these problems. First of all, expensive license fee, and then thousands of functions which really frustrate the people in the company. And then non-verified consult company. Before you working with me, you also don't know if I'm good or not. And the last one is lack of internal experts. So a lot of people, they don't have resources internally. They don't know how to control the risk, how to control the progress of the project. So these are all the problems of the typical ERP implementation. So in order to solve these problems, and especially for SMEs, okay, so we raise this concept of the DIY. So step 1, you choose an open source ERP. This is a very important stuff, because open source allows you, by theory, it allows you to anything that you want. Secondly, you adopt a pilot phase. The pilot phase, you can find some external experts, okay, to help you to make your plan, okay, to lower your risk and teach you how to correctly start this project and make a very smooth, soft launch at the beginning. The third step is you probably need to seek some long-term expert technical support. You don't have to hire somebody because it's a big cost for a lot of companies, but you can subcontract to with some of the experts in this ERP. Okay, then there are some of the good points of doing that, and then you can attend some selected trainings. And I always don't recommend the user, if you really want to do a ERP system, you just attend some generic trainings. It is for me for company welfare. That's just to send some people to, please attend SAP training for 2 days. So after 2 days, what can he do? Nothing, right? So then, from my point of view, I would recommend to try to work on some tailor-made contents, which you really need. Okay, you really need to solve, so that you seek some of the consultant. Even you pay more for the tailor-made contents, but will be very, very much more useful for you. And then, of course, find the correct trainings and trainees for your business. The step 5, we also talk about cloud solutions. This is a fast deployment for the ERP system. Typically, ERP is too heavy to deploy in a local server, and you need a lot of resources. And I also have some analysis about why cloud solution can save you money. Okay, so by raise the DIY or ERP concept, we don't want to replace the traditional ERP. Also, we don't really directly compete with them. We actually just give you a brand new alternative, and also probably it will be a trend. But 95% of company in the world is SMEs. It's not Fortune 500. They cannot afford SAP. They probably cannot afford Oracles. Okay. Also, I think the DIY concept, DIY ERP is a more reasonable service concept. Okay, to this world. Okay. So I really hope this one people can gain some benefits from that. Okay. So lastly, this is my last slide. Open ERP and the EEMAA. Yeah, I made the last minute last night. But when I was seeing checking out the agendas, it's very interesting. So this is some typical modules, okay, in Open ERP, right? So this is your class, okay, for EEMAA, right? A lot of them. Okay, so imagine all of them can be linked to somehow linked to some of the modules in the system. Okay, for example, the first one, okay, product management, of course, is linked to the manufacturing, right? So I believe it's very important if after you learn the product management, you probably already know how to set up for the BOM, how to set up your routings in the work centers, something like that. Right? Then transport logistics management, of course, in warehouse. Okay, so product development management, you can use a project actually. Okay, so because in the project you can design your product life cycle or product development life cycle. So you can use the project management modules to try to develop your product. Okay. Then global supply chain management. How big the name is, right? So it deserves two modules. So you can supply, so it's purchased, right? So it's supply chain, again, it's warehouse, right? So that is I think this one is from Zhongyi Lei. No, this one is from Neville Lee. Yes, principal and the technical for technical management. I don't know if you guys have already taken that. He talked about a lot about management skills, okay, including how to manage human resource. So you have human resource and also project management skills. I think you will learn Gantt chart, those stuff. So in the project module, we also have Gantt chart this stuff. So you can put into practical right away. The marketing, you see, interestingly, we also have marketing modules. So for the marketing class, you probably also then can use the marketing module to do some practice. Then engineering, economics, and cost management is actually linked to accounting and manufacturing. But in the manufacturing, you're talking about a lot of costing. Okay, so costing of labor, direct cost, indirect cost. Cost of material, cost of labor, all of that. So you will know later how to set up system. Accounting for manager, of course, for accountings. Problem solving for engineering managers, again, it's about the knowledge management. I think Johnson also talked about that one. So in OpenERP, you also have a knowledge management modules. Inside, you can do surveys, you can do wiki, like Wikipedia. You can create your own wiki for the company. You can manage your documents. You can do some directory management, a lot of stuff inside. The latest one is, I think, Ronald's class. Okay, so then you will know how to set up the system. Okay, so which is very important. All right. So I think that's it. All right. So thank you very much. I think this is the last slide of my presentation.
Thank you very much for Mr. Wang's presentation. And now we still have to stay for a while because we will give you a small souvenir. Let's give a warm applause for the great presentation once again. Now, I would like to invite Ms. King W the President of Engineering Enterprise Management Alumni Association, to hold the panel discussion for the ERP seminar. And I will pass the microphone to Ms. Wang. Ms. Wang, please.
Thank you. Okay, it's my time now. So I will switch my to be a more interactive session. So you are not now sitting there and then just listening to us or listening to me to raise questions. You can maybe take 5 minutes and then set up yourself and clean up your mind, prepare your questions, and then raise your hand, and then we can try to interact and play funny with all the panelists, including me. Okay, so I would like to invite our panelists, including Professor Lau. Yeah, you can sit maybe in the middle, and then Mr. Lee, Jonathan Lee, you can also come to the stage, and also King Wang. Yeah. And I prefer to sit in the middle as well. So maybe let me see. You can pick one of your seats, yeah, as you like. And this one for me is okay. Thank you. So I will move some microphone over there because we are lack of some resources, but should be fine. We have 2 microphones. Actually, this will be very exciting because I already think about some questions. I mean, many questions during the presentations. So perhaps I will wait some, and then followed by your questions. Is that okay? Okay, right? Maybe we can wait a bit because I think probably some of our audience just go to workshop. Let me test this one then. Okay. Yeah.